What's up, everybody? I'm Feather. Welcome to Get Feathered. I'm so used to saying that on my main channel. Check it out. My links are in the description. I have other channels here on YouTube. Welcome to Feathered Libra Tarot, where it is Libra all the time. Doesn't matter what placement it is in your chart. It is warm in here. Excuse me while I take off my sweater. I do apologize. That's kind of rude, but you know, got to do what you got to do. So it is Libra all the time. We're going to rock this one out. We're going to find out what's going on for those of you that are dealing with a broken heart. You may not resonate this time. That's okay. Check out the other readings. It doesn't matter where Libra is in your chart. There's more than likely a reading that will resonate for you. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, for following me, and for checking out my other channels. If you would like a private reading with me or a coaching session, all of my information is in the description below. I will not chase you. I will not WhatsApp or anything. You gonna find me. If you want to read it with me, the only way you can get it is through my website. All right, for my Libras dealing with a broken heart, what's the story? Dealing with the devil. How did I know? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, strong Capricorn. You may have it in your chart. This is somebody who has some toxic traits. Okay, could have been dealing with an Aries or an Aquarius as well. Doesn't matter who, just the energy of the story. Listen, so you're dealing with a situation here where there is a strong passionate connection here, possibly a toxic connection, maybe a little codependency, maybe a little bit of fears. Naturally, these are deep fears, deep codependency issues, and yes, toxicity. Okay. This is something that has taken a long time, or you've been working towards this connection for quite some time. And there could have been a manipulation at some point. You could have felt manipulated by this person, and you want things to be right. You want things to be, is this person honorable? This person is probably blocking you right now, maybe focusing more on their money. Okay. Oh yeah. So at some point there was manipulation. There was a lot of arguments, a lot of disagreements, and that was caused by the toxicity. Okay. This could have been, whatever the behaviors were. This person could have addictions. You may have addictions. Whatever happened here, and it was, it took a while. You know, you could have been working with this person for over a year. You could have been dealing with this person for, a year to 5 years for some of you. And this manipulation or these tactics or these, oh man, this energy is, the communication that would have happened here would have been rough. Okay. It would have been, I want to win at all costs. This person may have presented as a very fair and balanced person, or a very loyal and honest person. That doesn't mean that they're not, but it could also say that, but even though they were steady and it was a committed relationship and they were loyal, there was some toxic bullshit that was going along. There was some lies, sabotage. They may have sabotaged themselves. Sometimes people with codependency issues, deep fears, and people who have addictions, they tend to sabotage good connections. Okay. You or them, whatever, play it for however it fits. Okay. And, this would have caused a lot of emotional sorrow, because these conversations would have been very painful. This is when somebody berates you or insults you. It was not healing, and there was never any kind of healing conversations to regenerate or to improve it. These are 2 5s, and then yeah. Okay. So God dang. So at some point with these arguments and these fights and these manipulations or whatever this was, I feel insulting. deeply wounding conversations, arguments. This would have been something that really hurt or cut deeply into your emotions. But there was never any communication to combat that with. There was never any healing communication to repair the heart space. This person may have cut out and just, you know, I say what I say and then I'm gone. Well, that sucks. And then there's blocking, there's defensiveness, there's guardedness. So I don't like this energy, but to be inside of it and to feel it and to be there, I understand, is deeply wounding. Okay. So that reconciliation never happened. They're in the energy. In the energy, there is an open door here for some of you for reconciliation, to rebuild this. I think most of you have the door, like energetically speaking, the door is open there to rebuild this. There's a lesson that needs to be learned from this as well. Forgiveness, maybe. Okay. But this was a very burdensome relationship connection. It was. We have Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn strong. I feel like some of you are we're going to look at this devil here in just a second, but there was never any healing communication. There was never any communication that there was the apologies. You know, when you have these kinds of arguments and stuff, it's very imperative to take your space, cool down, and come back together and say, okay, look, you know, I was hurt and I said some things that were really, really insensitive. And I apologize for that. But, you know, how do we work around this? How do we work together to get through these things? Okay. And if you're dealing with somebody that had toxic traits, this could have been their toxic trait, is they're very insulting and they're very cruel and they're very cutting and they're very manipulative. That's, it's painful. Because they try and mask themselves. They try and make themselves the winner at all costs, no matter what, no matter who they hurt. And of course, if somebody wants to present as the knight in shining armor, the one that is, you know, we're slow and we're going through this and I'm loyal and I'm this and that and the other, but underneath it all, they're carrying some serious toxic behaviors or even addictions. They could have been putting their money into drugs and alcohol or prostitutes, whatever. None of my business. You understand what I'm saying? You would have already known this. I'm not telling you that that's what they're doing. I'm saying that you would have already known that that's what they were doing, because you've experienced the pain from it. Okay. And that's not going to be everybody. Most of the time, these are deep fears and they're really, really tied to this person, or they're bound to these fears, and it causes these behaviors of acting out and responding like a child that's, you know, really like a bad child, really bad child. Hurt people. Okay. And unfortunately, it looks like you got the brunt of it. And it doesn't matter how much you tried to reconcile or communicate with this person. There was never any healing communication. The communications would have constantly been a battle. It would have constantly been I'm hurt and wounded and I want to speak to you and I want to heal this, you know. Then the person would have been insulting and callous, like, oh, you're sad, you're depressed, you're this, you're that, you're the other. And you never would have been able to communicate or blend those love cups or bond on a healing emotional level. Very non-supportive. Okay. That's the burdens. Okay. There is a need for Some of you, there is a possibility to rekindle with this person or to renew this connection, but others of you, the door is open because there's a lesson that you haven't learned from this. We'll look into that in just a sec. Okay. Fuck. Libras. You were dealing with somebody who was truly toxic. Truly toxic. And your energy is showing up as the Empress. You're probably moms and dads. You run your own businesses. You run your own households. You handle your business. You carry yourself well. You may raise your own children. You may be very nurturing, loving, and kind, male or female. It doesn't matter. This is the energy that you're showing me. They're the devil and you're the Empress. You talking about two total opposites. There's never going to be, I don't care how long you're together or how much you try or how much Reiki you send or how much prayers you put out, you are not going to be able to fix this. And that's what a lot of you did. A lot of you put so much of your effort and you went all in on this person and you defended this person. No, they're loyal, they're honest, they're this, they're that, they're working, nope. Because it all came back around to this. And it's because they were truly toxic. And it's really hard to wrap our heads around when we are this loving, beautiful, amazing. We've got shit going on for us. We're the fucking end all be all. We are the total catch, the total package, and a bag of chips plus a Reese's cup. You understand? But when we are connected to people like this, the energy is that there are lessons in these kinds of connections, and the lessons are simply sometimes that there's no matter how much you give, no matter how much you do, sometimes you just need to block a bitch and move on. Deal with your healing and move on. This is not something that can rekindle or repair sometimes because this is on this person. This person has to repair that energy. You cannot do it for them. And as much as we want to, we can't. So you're telling me that no matter how much you've struggled, know how much work you put into this shit, no matter how much you did, you still wanted to rebirth this. You wanted to resurrect this. How many times? You resurrected this how many times, and you repeated this cycle how many times, okay, with this person. Right now, what's this lesson? Is it forgiveness? What is this lesson? It's healing. Okay. All right. All right. It's balancing yourself out. So, yes, this person is watching you. They're probably going to watch you for a long ass time because it didn't work out. It was unstable. And this person may be unstable mentally. So just some of you already know that. They are watching you succeed and move forward in your life in some way. If they are on your social media, do they really need to be on your social media? If you're not talking to this person or communicating with this person, why are you considering rebuilding with this person? You've already done it about a gajillion times. And I want better for y'all than this. I really do. I've been here, done that. Okay? And I'm here to tell you that there's big life lessons and connections like this. No matter how beautiful and amazing or handsome and wonderful and giving you are, you can't fix the devil. The lessons are to do your deep healing here and not to manifest this. Not to rebuild here. Not to renew this. You are to repair the damage that you have had done to you or that you allowed to be done to you over and over again by a master manipulator for some of you. A master manipulator. A callous, cruel, deceptive. I will look you in the face and tell you that I'm loyal and honest and true, and then I will totally cut you behind your back. I will talk shit about you. I will demean you. I will whatever I want to. How do I know that? Because we had the King of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck when I pulled the Empress. You know, some of you may have had to get real cold and real detached with this person to get them away from you. Others of you, you were dealing with somebody that was extremely cold, extremely callous, extremely cruel verbally. Okay. Some of you may have truly been dealing with somebody with toxic traits, maybe even abusive, verbally, mentally, physically. I hope not. And I see you out here shining. You're doing your healing, and you're handling your business as the Empress. You're doing your thing. You're taking care of your responsibilities, and you are still nurturing and loving, regardless of how much you've allowed yourself to go through with this person. And yes, I'm going to say you allowed yourself to go through this, because nobody is in charge of our universal movie but us. So yes, you love this person. Yes, you cared for this person. Yes, you went and you tried to do and be and go at this, and you tried to heal it. You tried to repair it so many times, but it became a burden. Now the universe says it's time for you to manifest what you truly desire. It's time for you to be your own star here, and for you to do some deep healing on an emotional level, because you're at a 5 of Cups. You're in the swamp emotionally, and that's okay. I see what you've gone through, and you did all that you could. You did all that you could and so much more, but you tried to repair this person, and you can't do that. The lesson here for you is to do your healing and not to remanifest this again. Not to go back around. Do not repeat this cycle again. Do not repeat this cycle again. There's 2 cards saying no reconciliation, no repeat cycles. You need to heal this, close this cycle out, and move on. Because you're at a crossroads, emotionally speaking. You dealt with a master manipulator for most of you. Yeah, they may have looked like a good person on the outside, but on the inside, they were carrying some really heavy negative traits, and possibly really bad behaviors. Okay. You can't fix that. You can't repair it. And even those people that have addictions, there's only so many times that you can go around with them before you finally have to go and make sure that you are doing what's best for you. And sometimes we do have to break free from those people. Some of you had to get really cold and really calculated, and you yourself had to become a total bastard or bitch to cut this person totally out of your life. And if you haven't, you may have to. You know your situations. But right now, currently, you're into 5 of Cups. You are heartbroken. You're doing a little grieving. You're carrying some remorse. And I think that some of you are like, shit, Feather, I've done everything. Did I possibly do it all? Could I have done any better? Is there anything more I could have done to save this person? Is there anything more that I could have done to help this person, or to save this person? I mean, I gave my all, and I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted physically and mentally and emotionally. Not mentally. You're not exhausted mentally, emotionally, and physically. You are. But you're trying to decide. The two sides of you are that's causing the heartbreak right now is that you're at a crossroads, because this person may have blamed you or shamed you. It's all your fault that I'm this way. It's all your fault that I'm not healing, or I'm not doing my work, or they may have blamed you for everything. They may have even told you that you were unloving, that you were not kind. But you're showing up as the Empress in the upright. So I know that that's not correct. And even if you did have to get cold and calculated and play this person at their own game to get them away from you or out of your life, it don't feel good when we have to behave that way. But you stood up for yourself, and you're standing your ground, even though you are in pain on an emotional level. You understand? Okay. Your crossroads is, Do I balance myself, or do I stay stuck in this depression, this depressive state, or this emotional blah? Okay. Justice is out here that says, I am balanced. I am seeing things clearly. I am Libra. Okay. And that is full on responsibility, taking responsible action, making the right decisions, just decisions, honorable decisions for yourself and for others. But I think that a lot of you are at this crossroads because you, again, were either told that you didn't do enough for this person, you were completely manipulated by this person, or you were cut down so low that you felt that it was your responsibility to keep giving to this person. Your lesson here is to know that you created that environment of love. Did you? Did you do everything that you could? I think you did. I think you did it so many times. You finally just got emotionally exhausted and physically exhausted and said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I can't. My hands are, I'm done. I'm done. And the devil will take and take and take, and you won't get anything in return. You'll get hell in return. You'll get burned every time you try and touch it. It's sweet and cute and all that stuff and nice in the beginning because that's how the devil hooks you. Okay? I will do and say whatever it is that tantalizes you and sparks your interest, and I will reach out and touch all of those sensual things, and I will trigger you, and I will touch you and make you feel as if you are above the rest and you're on a pedestal and you're better than the rest. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the devil is fucking thinking about how they're going to destroy you if they don't get what they want. So this is a person who was sweet as pie or looked nice on the outside, but when they didn't get what they want, watch out. I think that you figured it out. Okay? And you did try. You gave more than enough, because a Queen of Cups in reverse says that I no longer love this person. I'm all out of love. I'm no longer giving this. I've overgiven. I've given so much to this person. I'm giving out. And now you're still giving your emotions to this person by being in this Five of Cups. Now it's okay because you're repairing yourself. You're coming back up out of that. Okay? You're coming out of it quickly. Okay? Some of you could have been going through this for the last 5 months or more. Some of you could have been dealing with a person like this for 5 years, like I said, a year to 5 years. You're seeing it for what it truly is. Some of you are pissed off and you're angry. Go ahead and be angry and pissed off. Some of you need to get angry because that's how you get out of this overgiving. If you're overgiving and you're overgiving and you're overgiving and you're depleted and you're sad and you're depressed and you're emotionally exhausted and you're physically exhausted because somebody takes so much of your energy, of your time, whatever it may be, sometimes we got to get to the point where we just snap the fuck. We snap off. But well, before you do that, get pissed off and get angry and get fired up. Okay? And take action. Because I see a lot of you, it could have been a third party situations. It could have been third party situations. It could have been whatever the hell you found out. This person would blame you for it. It doesn't matter. It's all your fault. They'll turn it around on you and blame you. That's what the devil does. You're seeing it completely clearly, and I think that you're still doing your healing. And I don't think that you're going to have a problem finishing up your healing, getting something you truly desire coming into the future. That's what I got. Them's the words, them's the messages. Just one final message. If you're in this now, and this person is abusive, please get help. You know, if you need to talk to somebody, there's 1-800 numbers. They're free. If you feel like you need to reach out to family members or friends or someone in your community, please do so. Because there is better. You don't have to stay locked into situations like this. And some of you, your situations are not they're not physically abusive, and they're not, like that, extremely controlling and things like that. But for somebody, there is assistance and there is resources. I've been there. I've been here. I've felt this. I've done this. So for those of you that you're seeing it clearly, you're not hiding it anymore. You're not lying to yourself about it anymore. You are coming out of it. And I just don't want you to fall back into, and I don't think you will, but some of you, if you're having an issue getting away from this person, or you're having an issue finally closing out, the universe says it's time for you to do some deep healing so that you don't attract shit like this anymore. You're an Empress energy, male or female. Then that means you are supposed to be matching with a divine individual. A divine individual, an emperor. Somebody that matches your energy, that has learned all the lessons of life, that handles their shit. Loving, nurturing, growth-oriented, all of that shit. This is not a person who was supposed to go with you on that trail. This is not an emperor. Self-love is very important here. So take time to honor and respect yourself. And I just want to say one more time, you did everything that you possibly could for this person. Financially, physically, emotionally, energetically. I don't even know. You've done a lot of shit for this person. You carried the burden of this long enough. Let it go. Peace out. You're coming out of this. And it's okay to be angry. And it's okay to stand your ground and be as nasty and negative as you need to be to keep this person at bay. Do your protections, say your prayers, and the person won't meet you on your same street anymore. Namaste.